guys, this is Miss Hollowell. I'm here at home, ready to play one of my favorite games to get your mind going. This game is a lot of fun. It's called King's Corners. And the way you play it, you need a regular deck of cards. And I made mats for our class because this just helps us keep the cards arranged nicely in an array on the table. What you're going to do first is look through the deck of cards. You're going to take your two jokers out because in this game we have no jokers. Just like in class, you have fun learning but nobody being silly. So take your jokers out. Then the dealer will shuffle the cards. These cards are new, so I'm going to just shuffle like this because they're pretty still. And after the dealer shuffles the cards, then the dealer will actually deal out 16 cards face up, 4 rows of 4. And in math, that's called an array, right? 4 times 4 is 16. Okay? Once you get your 16 cards face up, then the players are ready to play the game. Now in this game, I recommend maybe 1, 2, or 3 players to a board. So the players will start looking for 1 card or 2 cards that equal 10. Okay, and in this game, aces is 1. So the first player would begin to play, and they would pick 1 card that equals 10, put that down. Then the dealer is going to actually fill in the missing spot. Then the next player will look for 1 or 2 cards to equal 10, pull it off. The dealer will fill it in. So in this game, you can have 10, 9 and 1, which is the ace. Ace in this game equals 1. 8 and 2, they equal 10. 7 and 3, 6 and 4, 5 and 5, and so on. So they can take off 1 or 2 cards that equal 10. So the next player is going to maybe pull 8 and 2. The dealer will fill it in. Now, as the dealer is filling in, you see that we have face cards up. The object of the game is to get all the kings in the corners at the end of the game and have all the face cards, which are your jacks and queens, going around the board. So as the game continues to be played, if you have spaces that are available on the sides, you're going to move your face cards to that space. For example, if I pull off 6 and 4, it leaves spaces on the sides. So I can move the king to the corner because that's eventually where I want all my kings in the corners. And I can pull one of these face cards up here because that's going to be on the side. Then the dealer fills it in. Now the next player looks for 1 or 2 cards that equal 10. I'm going to pull off 7 and 3. Now it leaves some spaces on the side so I can move these face cards to the side and the dealer will fill it in. Then the next player will look. He might pull off 10. The dealer will fill it in. Have 9 and 1. I'm leaving a corner so I can move this king to the corner. This jack, I don't have another space, so he's going to stay there. Then the next player looks for 10. Pull off right here. The dealer can fill it in. I can say 7 and 3 for the next player. It leaves a space. The jack will go to the side because that space is available, and the dealer will fill it in. The next player will look for 10. So that player might pull 7 and 3 because 7 and 3 equals 10. There's no face cards to be moved, so the dealer just fills it in. Now, I wanted to show you that you have a face card right here on the corner. If it's a face card, you could actually go ahead and move this king to that queen spot, and we actually have 4 kings in the corners. Now some people play till they just have 4 kings in the corners, but I try to have a double whammy where I have all my faces on the side, so I'm going to keep playing. So the player is going to look for 10 again. I'm going to do 8 and 2. The dealer will fill it in. The player might find 5 and 5. The dealer fills it in. 9 and 1. The dealer fills it in. Let's see, 8 and 2 makes 10. The dealer fills it in. The next player will look for 10. 6 and 4. The dealer will fill it in, but before we fill it in, I have a face card that moves to the side, and the dealer fills it in. The next player looks for 10, 9, and 1. The dealer fills it in. Let's look, 6 and 4, make 10. The dealer can move this face card over and fill it in. 8 and 2, and this face card can be moved. Now, the players have just won the game because we have 4 kings in the corners, faces all around, and we're left with 9 and 4, which do not equal 10, so they stay on the board. Sometimes the cards that are left in the middle will equal 10, and you will be left with no cards in the middle and faces all around. That's how you play King's Corners. So today, I'm going to have you guys get a deck of cards. Take out the jokers because, you know, in our class we just have fun learning, no silly business. So the jokers come out. The dealer will shuffle the cards, and you will be given a mat to put your array on, 4 rows of 4, and then you can decide who's going to be the dealer and who's going to be the players, and you can try to beat King's Corners.